I want to say good morning to our president. Good morning to all of the guests that are with us today. And good morning to all of my colleagues. Colleagues, as you know, this month is African American Heritage Month or Black History Month. And what we attempt to do is to highlight individuals that have made contributions not only to the African American community, but to the community at large. Today, I want to just spend one moment and talk about a man named Charlie Sifford. For those of you that are golfers or like myself impersonate a golfer, Charlie Sifford was one of the most important figures where it relates to African Americans and golf and breaking the color barrier. He was born in North Carolina in 1922. And one of the reasons why I like him is he was a man of small stature like myself, which would let you know that it really doesn't matter how big or how strong you are where it relates to the sport in the game of golf. It is a game of skill, it is a game of mind control, and sometimes a game of luck. But anyway, this young man was born in North Carolina in 1922. He worked as a caddy, making 60 cents a day. Worked as a caddy, making 60 cents a day. By the time he was 12 or 13 years old, he could shoot par. That is something that the average person doesn't even dream about being able to do, but by the age of 13. But because he was African American, he was not allowed on the PGA Tour. It took a lot of work and a lot of effort, but eventually he was allowed to participate, and he was the first African American to win a major golf tournament, and he opened the doors for African American golfers that you see today, in particular, one of the greatest golfers of all times, Tiger Woods. If it was not for Charlie Sifford, it would not have been Tiger Woods. Charlie died at 92 years of age in my city of Cleveland, Ohio. He was a man that was respected by those of all races. I have before you today a young man who also hails from the state of Ohio, the Buckeye State, a young man who at the age of 2.5 years old, because of flu and meningitis, lost his hearing. But he had the love of a good mom and a good dad. They put him in, I think it was St. Rita's School for the Deaf, where he excelled. He went on to high school. He played golf. The young man to my right, Kevin Hall, is the first black man to ever receive a golf scholarship at Ohio State. Give him a round of applause. Just so that you know, to the Hall family, again, like I said, they're Buckeyes. They're from Cincinnati, Ohio. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. I love you anyway, even though you're from Cincinnati, Ohio, because we are all Buckeyes. But this young man was selected by the Kent Bentley, who's with me today, is the Advocates Tour, right? Or stop me when I'm wrong, Kent. Just the Advocates Professional Golf. The Advocates Professional Golf Association. A bunch of individuals, and they receive funding from a variety of sources. They put on 5, 6, 7 tournaments a year. And what they are able to do is to get an exemption for the winner of their tournaments to play in the Genesis tournament that's going to start tomorrow, I believe, at Riviera. And so if I'm wrong, just stop me.
Okay, I'll stop you.
Okay, so I mean, I'm gonna keep rolling until you stop me. But this young man deserved their support. And tomorrow, he's going to tee off at Riviera with some of the greatest golfers in the world. Let's give him a round of applause for that. But I think what's even more important than that, and I want to say this to the Hall family, you know, we are Los Angeles. We care about affording everybody the opportunity to achieve the highest that they can achieve. And we have a yearly acknowledgement and a festival for the death. We call it the Death Festival. Just about every member of this council has supported it and been the chair of it in the years that we've had it. I know that I was the chair. And I tell you what's so great, not only is this young man a great golfer, he is an inspiration to those that are hearing impaired, that just about anything is possible. I can remember Mitch O'Farrell, who I'm pointing to over there. He brought a young man before this council who was deaf, who won Dancing with the Stars. So anything is possible. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present to you Kevin Hall and his family. One day we may see him hold up one of the big trophies. One day he may wear that green jacket down at Augusta. One day he may inspire children of all colors to dream and dream big. Ladies and gentlemen, our African-American recipient for today, Mr. Kevin Hall. And so I would like to present you from the city of Los Angeles, Kevin, a certificate. Hopefully this will be a little good luck for you tomorrow. I will ask you to give me a tee or a ball. Give me some memento from your start tomorrow. We're so honored to have you with us, and we on the City Council wish you the best of luck. Let's give one round of applause. I'm going to ask Kevin's mom. To say a few words. Maybe Kevin wants to say a few words, but Mom seems to be large and in charge, and so I'm going to defer to you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Hall.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for this opportunity. He wanted to look at this for a few minutes to let it soak in. But being the parents of a child with a disability is no easy task. You have to, when Kevin lost his hearing at 2.5, we knew nothing about deaf culture. We knew nothing about the deaf. Our whole world was turned upside down, so we had to become inventive as to how we were going to teach this young man. So we did what anybody in their right mind would do. We got on our knees, and we put everything in God's hands, and from that point on, God led us to teach us and invent new ways to teach Kevin so that he can have a productive life in this world. And as a result of that, Kevin, when he started St. Rita School for the Deaf, but he was mainstreamed in every other area of his life. And so we figured that would make him a more well-rounded human being. So we got him involved in bowling. He's a 200 scratch bowler. We got him involved in baseball. He was pursued by every great team during that time he could, but baseball was not Mama's favorite. We got him involved in golf at the age of 9 through a family friend who just saw Kevin and realized that Kevin had good hand and eye coordination, and sometimes and he wanted to teach Kevin really badly. So after 2 years of pondering that and begging me, I finally said okay. And the minute this child put a golf club in his hand, he was completely hooked. So from that, when I saw what his potentials were in golf and what his potentials were in bowling and also what his potentials were in baseball, my husband and I sat him down and said, what do you want to do? What do you think is going to be best for you in your life? So Kevin said, I love baseball. You know I love baseball, Mom. I love bowling. You know I love bowling, Mom. I love golf. You know I love golf, Mom. I said, look, I know you love all those things, but your dad and I need you to make a decision. Which one is going to get you a full scholarship in college? So he chose golf, and from there, everything just soared. And he's a tremendous young man. He's a joy of our lives. Our home is so full of joy when he's there. And we just thank God every day for his grace and his mercy and his love that sustains us. And we thank God for allowing us to be the parents of Kevin Michael Hall. Thank you. He said, I don't have an interpreter here, but I do have my mother. He said, bear with him as he uses his voice. I want to thank God for everything he's done for me. Without him, would be possible. This would not be possible. I want to thank the council for giving me this wonderful award. It's an honor. I will add this to my room. I can't wait. I think when I first started with golf, when I was 11, I remember walking onto a driving range. I looked to the left, I looked to the right. People were hitting balls. I took the first club that I saw. I tried to copy what I saw. I hit it. From that point, I was hooked. I wanted to practice every day. I wanted to play every day, learn as much as I could about golf. Then I saw this young black guy on TV. His name was Tiger Woods. He was winning everything left and right. One day I want to do this. I want to be out there, be on TV. I worked very hard, became the best golfer in the city, and from there, I got a scholarship to OSU. Wonderful opportunity. Then I won the Big Ten championship. Then I decided to turn pro. My dream was getting closer and closer. Then I met Mr. Sifford. My first few years as a pro, he shared lots of history with me, stories. I still remember that day. It was an awesome experience. Wonderful man. And then, fast forward to now, I'm here playing Opunsa's exemption under his name. Amazing honor. Can't wait to get started tomorrow. I want to take this opportunity to thank my sponsors for this week. Buffalo Wild Wings, StopPainting.com, and my church, Lincoln Heights Missionary Baptist Church. I thank all those people for their support, and the Advocate Professional Golf Association. They gave me a place to play last year, and I won 2 tournaments, and because of that, gave me the exposure that I need to get this exemption. So thank you, guys. And again, I want to thank God Send some good vibes his way tomorrow. And on behalf of my husband and I, we also want to thank Buffalo Wild Wings for your support of the Advocate Tour and for your contribution to the final point-winning situation. And thank you, Mr. Bentley, for all that you do as president of the Advocate Professional Golf Association, and you, Mr. Jean, for your support as well. And we're just honored to be here, and we just thank you so much for your time. Thank you. Oh, Kevin is the talkative deaf person I've ever met in my life. He has one more thing to say. I have to give lots and lots and lots of thanks to two people who have put up with me for 34 years. Are they here? My mother and my father. I love you too. Love you too. All right.
Let's give them another round of applause. And just so that you know, the main Buffalo Wild Wings is located in the district that I represent. So if you guys want some buffalo wings, just come Crenshaw and MLK, Buffalo Wild Wings.
All right.
And, you know, I talked about Kevin giving me something, and while he was talking, I got a text from my wife, and my wife said that he needs to give me a golf lesson. Anyway, congratulations, Kevin. Thank you so much for spending time with us today.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much.